Welcome to the Jukebox of Fame channel. Today, we are going to talk about one of the greatest artists of all time. She recorded one of the most famous songs in the world, standing out for her unique and incomparable voice. Bonnie Tyler, whose real name is Gaynor Hopkins, was born in a small village called Skewen, Wales, on June 8, 1951, in a music-loving family. Her father, Glendower, was a coal miner, and her mother, Elsie Hopkins, sang in the church choir. Therefore, from an early age, Bonnie was influenced by her family and developed a passion for music. After completing her studies in 1969, Gaynor Hopkins started working at a local grocery store and later as a supermarket cashier. At just 17 years old, she participated in a local talent show, finishing in second place but feeling very happy and radiant for performing in front of a huge audience. The prize she received on that occasion was merely symbolic, not of much value, but for Gaynor, it served to definitively realize that music was her greatest passion. At the end of the same year in 1969, Bonnie Tyler, in response to a newspaper ad, found work as a backing singer for Bobby Wayne and the Dixies. After 2 years with them, she decided to change her stage name to Shireen Davis to avoid being confused with the Welsh folk singer Mary Hopkin. Under the name Shireen Davis, she formed her own band called Imagination, touring bars and clubs throughout South Wales, achieving local success. On July 14, 1973, at the age of 22, Gaynor Hopkins married Robert Sullivan, a successful real estate broker and entrepreneur who had been a judo athlete and represented England in the 1972 Olympics. 2 years later, during a performance with the band Imagination, Gaynor had her lucky moment when Roger Bell, a talent scout from the music industry, came from London to listen to a singer who had received great references. Coincidentally, he walked into a bar where Gaynor's band was performing and was impressed by the young woman's beautiful voice. Without hesitation, Roger invited her to London to record some songs. A few months later, Gaynor received a phone call from RCA Records, informing her of their desire to sign a contract with her. However, they also recommended that she change her stage name from Shireen Davis to something more eye-catching. After compiling a list of last names and first names from a newspaper, Davis found a new name in Bonnie Tyler. In late 1975, she recorded her first single, My Honeycomb, which went almost unnoticed despite its quality. However, a few months later, in September 1976, she released her second song, Lost in France, which quickly sold over 250,000 copies and remained on the UK charts for 10 weeks.
When I looked up, he was standing there. I was lost in France.
Bonnie was practically living a dream at that moment, even though she didn't trust or believe in the success of the song. However, a terrible event could have ended her career forever because during the recordings, she noticed a change in her voice and a slight discomfort in her throat. After several medical exams, it was discovered that she had large nodules on her vocal cords that needed to be operated on urgently. After the operation, her doctor ordered her not to speak for a few weeks for a better recovery. Unfortunately, her voice changed and remained permanently hoarse. Believing her career was over, the singer cried and suffered a lot. However, she didn't imagine that her rough voice would become a trademark in her career, being compared to famous singers such as Rod Stewart and Kim Carnes, even affectionately called the female version of Rod Stewart. Bonnie Tyler was named Best British Newcomer in 1977. Shortly after, she released the single More Than a Lover.
Let me be more than a lover. Let me be more than a lover.
Despite being a romantic singer, her lyrics were often censored, affecting her rise on the charts. In November 1977, Bonnie released the single It's a Heartache, her first major international success. It quickly reached the top of the charts in the UK, US, Germany, France, and Australia, and became popular in Spain and throughout Latin America.
It's a heartache, nothing but a heartache.
It's a Heartache was also included in her second studio album, Natural Force, released in 1978. The album featured other significant songs like Heaven and Here Am I.
No, I don't take you to heaven anymore. Am I clinging to your arms again?
However, Bonnie Tyler's subsequent albums didn't achieve much success, both in her home country and the rest of the world. In 1979, she recorded the song in Spanish, Solo a la Orilla del Mar, in English language, sitting on the edge of the ocean, surprising many with her good pronunciation in Spanish. Between 1977 and 1981, Bonnie Tyler released 4 albums under RCA Records. She became increasingly uncomfortable with the direction of her career, and the lack of success and promotion weighed heavily on her decision to leave the record label. When her contract expired, she decided to change her scenery and sought out American producer Jim Steinman, signing a new contract, this time with Columbia Records. Bonnie released the first songs that Steinman prepared for her, such as Have You Ever Seen the Rain?, a new version of the Creedence Clearwater Revival classic, and Faster Than the Speed of Night, which were well received and revitalized the singer's image in 1982. But it was in 1983 that Bonnie Tyler reached the peak of her career. Steinman wrote and produced what would become Tyler's biggest hit and one of the most famous songs in music history, the powerful ballad Total Eclipse of the Heart.
We'll be holding on forever, and we'll only be making it right.
The song was an international success, reaching #1 in both the United States and the United Kingdom. The single sold about 80,000 copies per day and approximately 8 million copies in total, solidifying Bonnie Tyler as a superstar and securing her place in 80s music history. Interestingly, the song featured Canadian singer Rory Dodd, who was responsible for the backing vocals. In addition to the song's success, a memorable music video was created, inspired by the 1976 film Future World. The video was directed by Australian filmmaker Russell Mulcahy, known for his films like Highlander, Resident Evil, Extinction, among other great successes. Bonnie Tyler was chosen to perform Total Eclipse of the Heart at the 1984 Grammy Awards, causing a great sensation at the time due to her artistic fame. She also received an offer to sing a song for a James Bond film. However, the singer declined, stating that the 2 songs offered were not good enough. The song was then borrowed by Lonnie Hall and renamed Never Say Never Again. In 1984, Bonnie recorded the song Here She Comes by renowned producer and composer Jorge Morter for the 1984 version of the science fiction film Metropolis, which had its first version released in 1927.
Now here she comes, here she comes. This lady's serious, make no mistake.
The song was nominated for the 1985 Grammy Award for Best Female Rock Vocal Performance. In 1984, she released another one of her most iconic songs, Holding Out for a Hero. Another excellent song, also created by Jim Steinman, included in the soundtrack of the famous film Footloose, reaching the top of the charts. The same song would also be featured on Bonnie Tyler's 6th album, titled Secret Dreams and Forbidden Fire. Additionally, she performed the fantastic song If You Were a Woman, and I Was a Man, written by Desmond Child and produced by Steinman. Hide Your Heart would be Tyler's 7th album, which had an interesting aspect. Although the album didn't sell very well, several of its songs became huge hits when performed by other artists sometime later. For example, the album's title track, Hide Your Heart, was a major success in 1989 for the group Kiss, as well as the song Save Up All Your Tears for the singer Cher. The song The Best also became a major international hit for Tina Turner in the same year. In the 1990s, Bonnie Tyler's popularity declined in the United Kingdom and the United States. So she decided to establish herself in Germany, where she released several successful albums. Her talent crossed borders, winning over countries like Norway, Austria, Sweden, and Switzerland. Throughout her career, Bonnie is known for her great versatility. She recorded in English, Spanish, French, and Italian, and collaborated with iconic and important figures in the music industry, spanning various genres. Some of the notable names she collaborated with include Rod Stewart, Cliff Richard, and other artists. An interesting fact is that Bonnie recorded a duet with Italian singer Andrea Bocelli in the song Live for Love, known as Vivo per Lei. However, due to issues between record labels, this version was never released. Bonnie Tyler was selected to represent the United Kingdom in the Eurovision Song Contest in 2013 with the song Believe in Me. In an interview, Tyler revealed that her all-time favorite song is Tina Turner's River Deep, Mountain High.
Run through the reel to see which songs I like, and then whichever ones I really liked, I'd write the words down for and sing with a hairbrush, into the mirror.
Your influences in music.
My influences that really I loved listening to Tina Turner.
One of her few regrets in life is not having become a mother. Bonnie always postponed that decision for the future, but when she finally decided to try, she was already 39 years old. Although she became pregnant once, she experienced a miscarriage and was unsuccessful in conceiving another child. On August 21, 2017, the singer performed her famous song Total Eclipse of the Heart during a total solar eclipse, aboard a Royal Caribbean cruise. Her latest album, released in 2019, was titled Between the Earth and the Stars. Despite not being able to regain success in the music charts, that didn't shake her determination. Bonnie experienced one of the biggest disappointments of her life when she discovered that one of her most fervent fans, Megan Pernod, was cheating on her with her husband, Robert. This topic was widely covered by various media outlets at the time. According to the website mirror.co.uk, Megan Pernod said that she and multimillionaire Robert Sullivan betrayed Bonnie for 18 months, including weekly encounters in hotels over a 6-month period. Megan also claims that Robert regularly sent her explicit texts during that time. Bonnie chose to forgive her husband, who denied the accusations, stating that Megan had mental problems and needed professional help. Bonnie has stayed away from controversies, dedicating herself to recordings and traveling around the world. The earnings she obtained in the 1980s were well managed, allowing her to enjoy a comfortable life. Additionally, Tyler is recognized as a prominent activist in charitable causes. She is dedicated to the fight against diseases like cancer and AIDS, as well as campaigns aimed at combating animal abuse and providing support to the most vulnerable children in different parts of the world. Her involvement in these matters demonstrates her commitment to making a difference and helping those in need. The ability to adapt to various musical styles and Bonnie Tyler's captivating charisma have made her an acclaimed artist worldwide. Throughout her career, she has built a legacy of great hits and continues to have a significant influence in the music industry. Her passion and dedication to the art transcend borders, enchanting fans around the globe. Her impact as an inspiring and talented figure endures through time. Leave us a comment. What is your favorite song by this wonderful singer? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate notifications to stay updated on our upcoming videos. Big hugs to everyone, and see you soon.